So let me actually kind of point out something. A lot of times, what I've noticed in our discussions is we're probably not inspecting the work often enough as we should. Most of the time, it's kind of like a lecture, right? People bring up a discussion, we talk about it, but there isn't like a whole lot of engagement. What we just had in two previous chapter discussions is we're trying out this new format. Okay, this new format is more engaging, it's more interactive, and it allows us, I think, to collaborate in a organic way. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is this. So please zoom in to the section that Vera is building for us right now. You should see three frames: identify the advocate, get the advocate story, and distribute the story. Okay, those are the three steps of advocacy. What I want you guys to do is start populating this with examples. So put in an example of where you have identified the advocate. Okay, if it's just a story about, oh, I found this person to be an advocate, just take a post-it note and write the story on the post-it note. If you got a story, then put it there. If you distributed the story, put it there. Okay. Let me maybe give you guys an example of how this could go. So recently I read, who was it? Who was it? I think it was Febby actually. Let me look at Febby's activity here. And okay, all right. Here, I'll put an example in so people know what I'm talking about. So here's an example. Okay, can everyone see that? This is Febby's recent post on LinkedIn. So this is an example of somebody who distributed the story. Okay, just like that. Just find examples of work that you've done that is either getting the story or identifying the advocate or distributing the story, and then we'll examine the quality of each one of our advocacy stages. Okay, we're going to spend about maybe just 20 minutes doing this. Spend 5 minutes collecting all the information. We'll spend about maybe 20 minutes doing this. And then the other 30 minutes of the session will go back to our usual coda. Okay. This is just to brainstorm and look at everyone's work. So please put whatever work you've been doing up into these frames and let's take a look at it.
Sir, how to upload the picture to here?
Screenshot and drag it onto the mural and it will upload automatically, Tendi.
Or just drag, yeah?
Yeah, screenshot, drag it in, and it will upload the picture. Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
how would you, I mean, like, how would we share our proof for identifying the advocate and
Just
get that?
put down who you think is an advocate. Just that's it.
Oh, the person?
Yeah, just put down who you think is the advocate and then
Oh,
why. Yeah, sure. I'll just put like let's say um, I don't know. Just put just let's say Wyana is the advocate because she always talks about BV at lunch, right? That's probably like the best example of identifying advocate. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get started in here. So, let's see. I see there's a lot. Oh, okay, this is cool. This is cool. There's some more stuff going on. All right, so I'll remove my false example. And if everybody would kindly join me on the frame of identifying the advocate, okay? Identifying the advocate. All right, so let's take a look at our first advocate, Audrey. So who put up Audrey?
me.
All right, fantastic. Vera, why did you put up Audrey? How do you know that she could be a good advocate?
Because I had a pairing with her yesterday, right? So she, I would say she's the perfect vision fit in the company. So when she do her work, she really thinks of her bandwidth and capacity, but then at the same time, she put her 100% commitment to the company. So I think that
Okay.
is, yeah.
And okay, fully dedicated. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Very good. 100% commitment. Okay. Have we offered her a job?
Actually, the pairing was for that, but I will report it to you later.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic.
Mhm.
Um, okay. All right. Fantastic. So we know from a person's behavior whether or not they can be actually a sufficient advocate. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the other one. Are there any specific clues, Vera, that you were? Oh, let's go back to Audrey's case. Were there any specific clues that made it easy for you to understand they put in their work 100%? What would be, let's say, if I were asked a child to understand this, what would they be able to see that means Audrey's 100% committed and she's really passionate and vision fit?
Um, Finishing her task according to deadlines
I see.
and offering like if she can keep on helping people when she has
Okay,
the
so
bandwidth.
on-time delivery and chooses to help others with extra bandwidth, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, all right, those are facts. Extra time. Okay, that's good. That's a good way to identify an advocate. So, Tendi, have we seen any partner that also is, let's say, this committed to hospitality or a particular idea?
Yes, I still try to find it, sir.
Okay,
So
all right.
currently is done for guest.
Okay, let's go to Bila. Bila, do we have any partners, right, that are particularly committed to advancing innovations or hospitality. They're super passionate about like working with Bukit Vista or anything like that.
You mean like university partner?
Yeah, sure. University partners.
Oh yeah, I probably would think that it's most of the GDSC clubs. I actually
Okay.
want to put it here, but I just cannot do that because I lost the board
Okay.
before. So yeah, basically it's GDSC, both MUM as well as
Mhm.
from Venus International. They
Mhm.
actively approach us to have some kind of event. We so far we have like 2 events together with each of them, and then they are willingly upload the press release that made by themselves as well as us with our backlink in their
Put them
website.
in
So
there. Put them in there. Put it in. Put it in then. Write your card.
yeah,
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I cannot find the board. Wait, I'm going to reload the whereby again.
Okay. All right. I see somebody put Pat Andy from UGM. Is that you, Cindy? Okay. Tell us more about
Yeah,
Pat
yeah.
Andy. How do you know he's an advocate?
Because Pak Andi have a good relationship with us. Even I asked for his help for distribution post twice, and he always like very welcome, very actively want to share our hiring vacancies.
Mhm.
And he also asked for your WhatsApp.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Oh, what just happened there? Okay, we're having some on-off issues over here. Did everyone else's screen just white out? Oh, because somebody put
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
screenshot over the whole thing.
that was me.
That's so
I'm
big.
so sorry.
That's so big.
Okay. Cindy, go ahead and put the particular elements that you said from Pot Andy onto your card, okay? Because what we want to do is we want to identify our advocates by using similar facts, okay? So if we see these facts, then they probably are an advocate, okay? So go ahead and expand that answer, Cindy, and then we'll take a look at the WhatsApp conversation here. Who put in this WhatsApp conversation with the guests? Is that you, Tendi? Tendi, you're muted.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Tell us why you think this person is an advocate.
Yes, actually, this guest is very happy with the villa.
Huh?
It's very epic, and then he also is very communicative and very
Yeah,
open to me. Like
yeah.
he tell, oh my son will have birthday, and then I would like to check his first year in
Mhm.
surfing in being in beach like that. You have to watch my son like that. So
Ah,
it's very communicative, and then also he his wife is a model and then have a big follower,
okay.
a lot of follower, and then yeah, I think it's good also for the raise the awareness.
Excellent. Okay. Whoever's doing the screenshot, I know what you're doing. You're probably doing screenshot 4 or 5, and it's copying the entire screen. You want to do a selected part of the screen, okay? Um, I see something else that this person is okay. Attendee, put those facts in, right? So he's inviting you to participate in his family's activities, right? So that
Yeah.
part is a good sign that this person could be an advocate. What else do you see, Cindy, in this WhatsApp conversation that indicates this person might be a good advocate?
Wait. I'm still dropping the WhatsApp thing.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Bila. Bila, what else do you see in this WhatsApp conversation that indicates this guest might be a good advocate?
I still try to figure out how to use this. I just cannot find. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is so stupid.
Can somebody help Bila on Slack, right? And just demonstrate really quickly. Let's have Vera. Vera, can you help Bila on Slack on how to use this particular tool? Because I think Vera has successfully done the last navigation. Okay. So let's go over
I think you
to
need to sign in first, so to log in first, so you can access.
perhaps, yeah, perhaps Bila needs to log
Yeah.
in. Oh,
I
okay,
need
you
to
got
log in.
Nadia there. Nadia, coming to the rescue. Okay. Let's go to Cindy. Cindy, do you notice anything else in this particular conversation that would show a strong sign of advocacy?
aside from the guests being so welcome, I think yeah, I think that's all.
Okay. Pay attention to the details, everyone. He is using very personal, intimate language with our host, right? He keeps on calling
Mhm.
brother, 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 right? That is a good sign. That means somebody has welcomed you into their world. They actually don't see you as being an outside person anymore. They trust you. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you notice that you have that kind of engagement with a with 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 your advocate, that probably is a good sign. That means that they will speak on your behalf. They trust you. Okay. So that's a good sign. Okay, let's keep on looking. Tendi, put a post-it note and give me all the details that you just said next to this guest. Okay, that he invited for the surf, that he loves being in beach. Just put all
On the
those
note.
details there. Okay, and that is how you identify. You identify the advocate because this person is welcome. They're not a stranger to you anymore, right? They're almost like family. They've given you access to be intimate with them. So that is a really good sign of advocacy. Okay, fantastic. Let's keep on going. Wow. We have an info session, 2021 with Bayou. Okay. So is that Cindy or Bila that brought that in?
Yeah, it was the press release from GDSC that I mentioned before.
Okay. Tell us more about this. Tell us how who's the advocate here? Is it Bayou?
Yeah, so we're talking about the university partner, right, as an advocate.
Ah,
This is
okay.
GDSC, so Google Development. I forgot the
Okay.
continuation of that, but Google Development Club, and they actually approached us first to get our company as the speakers and as the partner in this webinar specifically
Yes.
after the previous events that we have together with them. So yeah, it's our second event with them, and then they agreed to make this press release for us and upload it on their website. So
Excellent, excellent. Okay, fantastic. That's terrific. So we know somebody's an advocate if they advocate for us, right? If they will publish and speak to their audience for us voluntarily without even being approached, then that is an advocate. Okay, so that yeah, that's you know you'd have to be brain dead to not know that that person is coming literally to you. Okay, fantastic, very good. Thank you, Bila. Let's keep on going. What are the examples? Karak Murta from Tendi, I'm thinking, right? How do we know he's an advocate?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Kadek Murta is very often to join our event like CSS. Even they want always to know the updates of the Bukit Vista, like
Excellent.
what is the strategy and everything. And then also, uh, he also invite and then advocate other partner, property owner in there to
Okay.
join with Bukit Vista. And then we
Excellent.
got some from him as well. And
Excellent.
then he also willing to be a volunteer on the fundraising.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, terrific. Terrific. So those are all very, very enriched ways, everybody that we can identify advocates. Okay, let me stop real quick. If you feel like this format is helping you understand advocacy and understanding how to find the advocacy advocate better, please give me a thumbs up, right? Is this a stronger engagement method than what we were doing before? If you feel like it's stronger, give me a thumbs up. If you feel like the previous way we were doing was better, give me a thumbs down, actually. I'll wait for everyone to vote. Okay. 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 And just waiting for Tendy now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Great. So it seems like by putting a lot of information here, we can inspect a lot of work quickly, right? And we can get a lot more context in a faster way. Is that correct? Yes, over to Tendy.
Correct. Okay, sir. Yeah, maybe I don't know is it too far or not, but maybe it's if it will be more helpful because currently we are identify the what's called the advocate, right?
Mhm.
But also if possible we can also categorize the type of this advocate
Yes. What a
like that.
great idea.
I just
Okay.
the picture there. So
Okay.
that's educator, facilitator, satu seeker, or collaborator. So I think that also will be helpful, what kind of advocate that we would like to identify.
Oh my God, Trendy, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That needs to get built into this board. All right, I want to invite everybody up to the section that Vera is put. It's on the top left corner. All right, so bring your cursors up to the top left corner. I'll blow this up a little bit bigger. And Tendi, thank you for doing that. That's actually really helpful. This helps us prioritize and approach using the correct language now. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh, that's good. So can we just move the labels on that now, or should we just review it all? Let's take a look at all the different types of advocates. Actually, Vera, very well positioned. Okay, Tendi, tell us about the educator. Everybody, please take a look at Tendi's graphic, and Tendi will explain us about the educator. Okay, Tendi's frozen. Vera, have you identified any? Okay, let's say Audrey. Which advocate do you think Audrey belongs to?
Interesting question. I would categorize Audrey as validators.
Validator. I would tend to agree. Yes, validator seems pretty accurate. Let's go over to Bila. GDSC. What do you think GDSC is?
Collaborators.
Yes. Okay, all right, very good. But what else are they? If they're asking us to come and do webinars, what else do you think they're going?
And educators as well.
Yeah, I think so, right? We're given educational opportunities there. Okay, good. Excellent. Let's go over to Cindy. Cindy, what about the which one did you bring in, Cindy? Andy.
Pak Andi.
Yeah.
I think Pak Andi is an educator.
Yeah, very good. Makes sense, right? University. So very good. Cool. But this allows us also to see what potential advocates maybe we're not targeting yet, right? Are there status seekers out there that would like to collaborate with Bukit Vista to get greater status? Interesting, right? Didn't think about that before. Okay.
So we can also approach with the right strategy to identify for its its
correct. And then we know what to say, right? And then everyone can then join the persuasion negotiation class with me so that you know how to get the advocators to say yes and give you their stories, because each particular persona probably requires a different approach. Okay. Great. Tendi, thank you for sharing this very, very cool piece of information. I think we can integrate this now, Tendi, into how we do this exercise in the future, because now it allows us to deepen our understanding and be able to prioritize more. Okay, thank you. Let's go into the next frame, everybody. Let's go into the frame of getting the advocate story. Somebody put in move in day. That looks like the moving in to Tortoise. Tendi, I'm thinking that's coming from your side. What? That's cool. You filmed that? Is that what you filmed yesterday, Tendi?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us more about that.
Sorry, the guest, right?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a guest or Nunga or you or.
Sorry. This is the Get the Advocate story session.
Okay,
right?
yeah, tell us about the story. Tell us what you have here.
Oh, the story, yeah. Okay, yes. So actually, the story is it's quite a long story, but it's very inspired to for me as well. So yeah, there is a guest, Jack and Shelly, that stay 1 year in Tortoise.
Oh my God!
I handling for from the reservation actually. I tried to negotiate with her, and then so much. So until final is confirmed for the 1 year, the amount is about 200 million, 200,000 million. So for 1 year, and then negotiate with Elliot as well. So it's like a vote with guest and with Elliot, and then also until that, then because I do the inspection, and then I need to confident to sell this villa, and then I propose the remote renovation with Elliot, with all the visibility for Elliot to see the progress for each day, like day 1, day 2, day 3. I make the story, the filming of the progress of renovation, and then also I'm monitor as well the quality of the handyman like that.
Excellent.
Until then, finally the gas is arrived yesterday. Then, oh yeah, the gas is validate everything, and the
Okay.
cleanliness, the kitchen tools, everything is new, and then also the aircon, everything. So yeah, then it's make me like, oh, I'm very happy from all
I'm very
my
happy to hear that story
like
too.
that. Yeah, so that's yeah, and then also the guest want to have a new what's called a video with me. Hey, take a video with me, Tandy. Gitu. I'm very happy here. Like, and then he said on the video is maybe I would like to stay some more year like that. In here, you are the very good host, and then I love this place and everything like that. So
Okay.
yeah,
Who
that's
is
the
your
story.
advocate? Who is your advocate in this particular case?
My advocate,
Now,
it's Jake.
it's both
Right?
actually. It could be the
It's both.
guest, and it could also be your partner as well. So if you tell the
Yeah.
story and you get the partner to share about Bukit Vista did this for me in order to secure a long-term booking, right? That's a really inspirational story for partners. If you also show like Bukit Vista did this for me so that I would be welcome when I checked in, that's also inspirational. Okay. Guess
Yeah.
what? What story do you have? Do you have a clock story or a crucible story?
Clock stories are
Right, because you have to get
because
it
I
done by
need
a
to
certain
get
time,
it
right?
done.
Yeah.
I need to get it done before the check-in time. Like that.
Okay. All right. Great. So now you get it, right? And if you get all the components of this story together, and then you go to let's say Elliot for a testimonial at the end, then that becomes a very powerful story that you can share with partners, right? Like this
Yeah.
is the length of whatever we do to ensure that our partners are happy, right? And you can tell it from a partner point of view. We have this very important booking. It's a year long. You know, the villa's not quite ready. So what did Boogie Vista do in order to get that deal? And then from the
Yeah.
guest side, right? You can say, hey, you know, there was this property there, but it's just imperfect. We were going to move in on this day, and blah blah blah. You know, and things had to be ready. So then our host made it happen for us, right? So two very different stories, both related to clock, but now you have two advocate stories. Okay, that's really inspirational. I like that. Good job, Teddy. Okay, so that goes on the clock side. Now let's go to the next one. Community sharing session. Nuspanita fundraising. Is that Tendi you again? I think so, right, Tendi? That's you again. Okay, Tendi, you're muted.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
That's
let's give somebody else a chance first, and then we'll come back to
yeah.
that story. Then let's go to the IGP. Yes, IGP. Right, intern. Who put that in? Cindy. Okay, Cindy, tell us about that.
I think IGP is a great story because the intern show don't tell, like show us what the work that they already did in the 3 months.
Okay, fantastic. Absolutely, absolutely. Those are some of the best stories about what internship experience at Bukit Vista should be about. Now, why is it not in the distribute side, Cindy?
It's also a distributing, but if we only use YouTube, we do not use the backlink. It's not that it will not bring huge
Correct.
audience, right?
Correct. Correct.
The
Correct. Okay.
Instagram and the LinkedIn bring more.
That's correct. That's correct. Because this is a long form content. It's 39 minutes, 24 minutes. Generally speaking, most people, that's maybe, think of it this way. I want you guys to think about social media this way. What is your daily appetite for social media? Let's go to Vera. How much time do you spend on social media in one day, you think?
1 to 2 hours.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Cindy.
A lot.
Okay.
More
Give,
than that.
give us an estimate, as honest as possible.
I don't know. After working hours, all I do is doing social media,
Okay,
scrolling
what, like
TikTok and
10
Twitter.
hours then? Okay. What about Tendi? Tendi, how many hours? Vera probably has the same. She's just not admitting it. Tendi, how many? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. How many hours do you spend on social media?
Around 15 more.
15 hours of social media a day.
15, yeah, like a WhatsApp social media, right?
No, I mean, like, okay.
Oh,
Know,
no,
like, let's say consuming
TikTok.
content.
Yeah, I think for content, yeah. yeah, 10 less than 10 hour. I think
Okay.
around 10 or 9.
Okay. So basically, Bila, I'll skip you because I know you never go on social media, right? Basically, this is the idea. You're probably asking a lot of time from somebody if you're asking them to consume 40 minutes of material, okay? If they're just consuming it on a social media basis. Does that make sense? That's a lot of imagine how many TikToks can you watch in 39 minutes? A lot, right? And it would probably be a lot more easy, a lot more relaxing, and a lot more pleasurable. Okay. If you're going to watch 39 minutes on one thing, then you probably would do it if you're applying for an internship, though, right? You probably might do it as part of your trial, right? You probably would do it if you're like in your trials, you're trying to come up with an idea, like, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? So then my question is this, Vera, is this IGP along the pathway as a resource material for trial candidates?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so then we have placed it in the correct place then, right? We placed it in the audience that has the highest probability of wanting to watch it, actually. They see it as a resource, okay? But Cindy, you're right. In order to distribute it better to a wider audience, we need to compact it. We need to really shrink it down and think about how to work on that distribution, because that will get you a lot more views. Okay, cool. Let's go to GDSC Mum press release. Oh, that's cool. I think that's Bila, yeah?
Oh yeah. So basically, I don't know if it's like the right way to get a story, but basically we wrote the story, the press release for the.
Bila, can't hear you. Can anyone else hear Bila?
You cannot hear me.
Yeah, put the microphone up. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Now we can. Yeah, now I
Oh,
can
okay.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually not sure as well whether it's like the correct way to get the story, because like we wrote this press release so that they can share it on their website. So basically
Perfect.
we
Okay,
make
that's
the
the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story. That's
Yeah.
the story. So that's a twofer, right? Excellent. And with the good backlinks as well. Thank you. With the backlinks, I like that. So let's see if everyone understands what a backlink is. Vera, what's the backlinks?
Backlinks is the link where if we click can go to the resource.
How many backlinks are there?
One, two, three.
All right, good. There's 3 backlinks. Okay, now even more in-depth question. What is the anchor text for each backlink?
You are asking who?
I'm asking. Okay, let's ask. Bila, I think you know already. You got it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe let's test. Let's inspect. Bila, what's the anchor text?
It's remote internship
Yeah, very good.
and job landing page. Yeah.
Okay, very good. What's the importance of picking that particular word as our anchor text over to Cindy?
Because that's what describe it the most. Because that's
There's
where
another
we
benefit.
want to. That's like the where we want the audience to go to.
Okay, but there's another benefit. There's another really important benefit to choosing the anchor text correctly. Let's go over to Vera. Vera, do you know what it is?
Wait, sir, what is an anchor text?
Somebody circled it already. Thank you. Almost. Okay. Yeah. One of them are circled correctly. Then, okay, that's Vera though. Yeah, that's anchor text. Yes, correct, Vera. Hey, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. So you got it. Yeah, that's anchor text. But the words that you use in the anchor text has another very important benefit, Vera. Do you know what that is?
Is it like so optimizing the SEO?
Yes, exactly. The anchor text that you use are going to optimize for search results. When people go remote internship, if it comes from this page, then that pushes up our ranking when people type in remote internship. Okay, so very good. That's why the anchor text is important. So this is an example of a good distribution as well as a good story. So very good story and also very good distribution. It's in a quality website with strong domain authority. Google's Developer Student Club is not a shitty fly-by-night, God knows whose blog that has no, put up like 20 minutes ago. So that's a good site, and it has good anchor text. So that's actually good distribution as well. Okay, fantastic. Let's go over to Tendi now. Tendi, tell us about the community sharing session.
Oh yeah, after the fundraising is done, and we want to celebrate it by invite the partner, and then he actually willing to share their story about the how he want to be the volunteer, what is the challenge, and everything. It's like a crucible story, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. So you're going through all the difficulties that this person experienced, right, in order to get the experience. Okay, so Tendi, you have the same challenge that Cindy had on the YouTube videos, right? They're too long. It's hard to get everybody to watch the whole thing. So then you probably also need a similar distribution innovation. How do you actually make this story shorter, a little bit more digestible, so that people can kind of consume it quickly and not be bogged down? Okay. So, okay, very good. Okay. If you guys learned something during this discussion about getting the story, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not clear, give me a thumbs down. Okay, good, good. Okay, good, good. And okay, good. All right, fantastic. Let's go back to let's go back to Coda. Okay, so can I make Vera our secretary today? Or who's supposed to be the secretary? Sorry, I'm a terrible at keeping track of these basic things.
I don't think we decide that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let me just appoint Vera then, please. Okay. Good. What I'm hoping to do, everybody, is to show everybody what the spirit of innovation looks like. Okay. Sometimes we have very large rooms when we have a meeting. Vera, when you have it ready, just share the screen so we can. I'll stop my warm-up speech. So one of the frictions I noticed is this: when we have large meeting rooms, we have a lot of people. That means we have a lot of eyeballs, which means that there's a lot of work being done. But we don't want to have a conversation where we're only following a single thread, because that limits the amount of things that we can inspect, and that limits actually the number of ideas that we can come across. So I was hoping by using Mural, that allows us to get a much more like wide angle look across on all the types of work that are happening. And hopefully that also inspires you to kind of learn from other people's challenges, right? Such as maybe the distribution on YouTube, how that can be resolved, and that gives you kind of like also some good tips on similar, let's say, approaches. Okay, all right, excellent. Faux advocacy. All right, is there any follow up that needs to happen today? Tendi, tell us about the follow ups. Oh, there's so many.
Yes, sir. So yeah, for that, I had implement the Gajah Madah using the new format, like if using phone with the format what Cindy make for the employee
Okay.
GP on the story. So it's been implement, and then that's will be what's called applied for the next CSS as well for the
Okay,
certificate.
great. So these are now input into the copywriting guidelines. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So this looks like it's done then. Yeah, it's been added to a guideline, and so done. All right, fantastic. Great. Improve the tool. Let's go to the next subject. Okay, it's from me. Framework on the third stage distribution. Cindy, talk. Okay, Bila. Okay, let's go to Cindy and Bila, or let's go to Cindy first.
Okay. So for the updates, we've done the PR calendar, and we also integrated with our awareness calendar, which is
Okay.
about the content posting.
Excellent.
And for the next one, the student clubs, we are starting to collaborate them in terms of distributing vacancies and through BV itself.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so we're actually getting a framework for scheduling, getting the timing for our awareness and events set up. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds strong. Bila, any updates on your side?
No, actually, our campaign are integrated. So
Okay,
we don't
excellent.
have-
That sounds strong. Okay, let's continue then. So that sounds like it's done. And let's go over to the next follow-up then. Okay, Vistern graduations now. Cindy, tell us more about this.
Yeah, I think this should be moved to done because we already use this one, and it's already put in the offboarding list as well from
Okay, got
Shelly.
it. Okay, let's go ahead and put that in, and that's done, and then that's done. Okay, here's a cross-pollination opportunity, Tendi. Tendi, do we have any event calendar for partners at this moment?
Oh, for partner, we still arranging, sir, but it's already on the CSS, what's called encoder on
Okay,
the like employee. I have what's called pairing with Cindy for before.
okay, I think it's a pretty good opportunity to actually get that organized, because we're seeing some benefits to it. All right, I think we have a new topic then. Tendi, can you introduce us to this new topic?
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, actually, we have the three step right
That's
for
cool.
the identify, get the story, and then also distribute. But we haven't have the idea for the how we do after we distribute the story, how we will do for our advocat. Because
Oh,
I think this tool for the maintain the
yeah.
advocate. Yeah, like that. So we can still continuing after sometimes relation with our advocate, but
That
it's continuing. Like,
is super amazing, Tendi. You're wow, well, you're coming up with some radically cool ideas. I like that. Um, let's go to Vera. Vera, what do you see here?
Uh, I think this is nice. I mean, like currently we do have the framework for advocacy, right? So the steps,
Mhm.
but then like it's just that we don't have any further,
Right,
follow up of the
right,
steps.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Our advocacy framework is incomplete because it is open ended. It is not closed loop right now. So it seems like after the story, then we forget about the advocate. Tendi, this is really good. This is closed loop, right? So closed loop and open loop means this. Open loop is you don't think of a process about how it's going to come back and do it again, right? When you do that, you'll find that you keep on spending effort and time, but it just seems like the work never ends. Closed loop is obviously the better way. Closed loop means that after a while, the system starts running itself. Okay. Advocates will go find more advocates, and your advocate community starts growing. And this, I think, is the secret part, Tendi, actually. So, do we take care of our advocate? How do we maintain the advocate so that the story or after the distribution we get more advocates? I think this is really cool. This can probably be matched to your advocate identification for advocate reward, right? So we can identify, okay, which kind of advocate they are, and then give them the correct reward. Uh, you know what, Vera? This sounds a lot like the project Vion is working on, and it's pretty interesting, everyone. So Vion is one of our new employee squad interns, and during his internship proposal, one of the things he was we're going to work on was rewards and recognition for employees. But then I thought, should it just apply to employees? Why not have it apply to everybody, right? Why not apply it to guests? Why not apply it to partners? People who do really well should be rewarded and recognized. And he was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So Tendi, I think this is actually really strong. This can be a chapter because it applies to all the different squads, right? A reward and recognition chapter. I don't. This is such an exciting idea. I don't even know what to do with it. What do you want to do with it, Chen? How do you want to proceed?
yes, actually, this is that you say before the closed loop, sir. Because in our chapter, we are until the advocacy, right?
Yeah,
But we don't think about how we will do after the advocacy. It's
right.
it's, it's usually after the advocacy, it's awareness back, right? We
Yeah,
think that's the closed loop, right?
yeah,
But actually, after we giving this reward, sorry, the appreciation for our advocacy, that's actually what the awareness can post it, or the
right.
advocate will post it, right? For
Correct.
the awareness, like that, not
Correct.
the advocacy, because the advocacy story that we collected, but
Okay.
not be collected, but for the distribution, actually, the advocate willing to spread with their happiness, right?
Okay, got it.
Their what
I
they do.
understand. I understand. Let's prioritize some things and make some decisions then. Vera, can we take a look at the graph again? And let's see, let's kind of understand what we're already doing. Now, I think we're doing some of these already, right? Influence. We're giving speaking opportunities to some of our employees. Let's say like Bayu, Chris, Nadia, right? Thought leadership, which is the same idea. So that part we're doing. Um, exclusive events, premium membership. Do we have that, Tendi? Do we have exclusive events?
No, not yet. I think.
What is a BVE talk, Bila? Is that an exclusive event?
BV talk.
A BVE talk. Do you feel like that's exclusive enough?
I don't think that's exclusive. Like if it's
I think the exclusive event is
more
like
like startup master class, is more
A startup
exclusive.
masterclass, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, startup masterclass. That was more exclusive. Okay. Okay, that could be one of our tools that we restart. Cindy, how did you know about startup masterclass?
I scroll the Trello board.
Oh wow. Okay. We had a startup masterclass today, actually. And you know who's going to be our advocate? I think it's Hanson. Hanson's going to be our advocate. So who was in my Vera from the previous meeting? I talked to Kai. Kai is the head of revenue forecasting at Airbnb. Okay. And so we took a screenshot with him today, and Hanson was like, "Oh, that was so exciting! You know, I never got a chance to speak with like a real data scientist before." It was like, "Oh," and then Hanson, how do I know he was an advocate? After I took the screenshot, Hanson asked, "Can I get the screenshot?" And I went, "Oh yeah, by the way, can you write on your LinkedIn about how you feel, and also thank Kai for giving you the opportunity to connect with him?" Right. So that became a advocate because we had a startup masterclass, which is kind of cool. All right. So yes, we can do startup masterclass and revive and relive that. I think the basic stuff we should probably work from first, right, Tendi? I think we should have some. This is why we need swag. This is why we need Bukit Vista t-shirts, right? And Bukit Vista. Vera doesn't have
Like,
one yet.
yes, sir. I do agree as well. And I was thinking as well for our partner actually, like usually like the staff is going around, right?
Mhm.
And then how about if they have the
Bukit
the
Vista
the, the, the
t-shirts, yeah.
t-shirt like
I agree.
cleaning because they going to eat to buy
Okay,
something
let's do it.
like
Let's
that
spend some
to
money on merchandise.
yeah
Okay.
buy supplies, right? Like soap,
I agree.
shampoo, maybe
I agree.
they
I
found
agree.
us on buy together like that and then see what is Bukit.
Okay. Let's put some people on this particular task. Okay. I need a proposal. Let's set a budget. We'll set a budget. Let's say between 3 and 4 million. Okay, to just kind of get like swag or whatever we want, t-shirts, cups, mugs, all that kind of stuff. Okay, but I need a proposal. Like, what's the right composition? We need to get stuff that I think is meaningful, as something that people would actually use. Actually, I think the best explanation of what kind of merchandise you would want to give is stuff that people would steal, right? If they found it lying around, they would like take it and put it in their pocket. No, seriously, if you make stuff that nobody wants to steal, then it's probably not going to be used. So that I think is the lens for the merchandise, but we need a team to work on it. It depends, yeah. Who wants to volunteer for the merchandise? A task. Tendi, do you want to lead this?
Uh, I can be the executor,
Okay.
but I need people that creating the RAB, the estimation cost, and then
Okay.
the strategic.
Okay. All right. Maybe Nadia should get involved because this is a design thing after all, right? Bila, since you agree, why don't we ask you? Since you're at the base with Nadia, right? Would you like to come up with like a design proposal for swag, right? So it's
Design proposal.
just think of it as a collection. Okay. So what should we have in the package? Should it be t-shirts, pens, and cups? Should it be Tendi, show Bila the key. Do you have a copy of the key?
The
The Bukit
key
Vista key.
Bukit Vista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Tendy's going to show you kind of like the Bukit Vista. Oh, I'll show you one of here. Wait, this one's pretty cool. So this I got from Airbnb a long time ago. You see that? It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's really thick too. Yeah, but we have our own key chain that works pretty well. And Tendy will. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So we have like this antique key with a brass plate that says Bukit Vista on it, and that's something I think we can reactivate and do. Okay, Bila, can I delegate this to you?
Yeah,
No.
sure.
Yes. Okay. All right. So just come up with a proposal, and then we'll break down the units, and we'll go and make this happen. Yeah. I think you need a T-shirt. Vidi needs a T-shirt. There's a bunch of people who don't have T-shirts yet, and maybe like interns. Yeah. Duh. Like all our interns should have gotten a T-shirt. I don't know why, but
Internship.
okay. Yeah. The pandemic made us focus on other things. Okay. Yeah. I think that's good. Okay, Tendy, that's the actionable then, right? Let's start building the pyramid from the bottom, right? We probably should get those bottom things and then work our way up to the top.
Basic needs.
Basic needs, yeah, these are basic needs. I agree. Okay, what do I have after this? I think this is my last meeting today. Okay, let's. That one we'll delegate to Bila. Bila, how much time do you think you would need to come up with a like a merchandise proposal?
2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks is fine. Yes, it's not super high priority. Just something available so that we have it. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead, Ms. Secretary, and put that on. Delegate that to Bila, and she will come back to us with a proposal in 2 weeks. Okay. Let's see, Vera. Are there any other topics of discussion that we need to cover today? We only have 3 minutes now, so I think that probably that's it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just a question to for this pyramid. So currently on the guideline, I put like a tree, right? Where
Yeah.
should I put this? Do I need to make a new subpage?
You know
on
what?
the advocacy?
Okay, let's ask ourselves. That's a very important question. That's a very important question because that's a fundamental framework shift. So our current framework is identify the advocate, get the story, publish the story, maintain the advocate. Maybe is the fourth step. Yeah.
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 Maintain.
Probably maintain the advocate and then come back to the beginning again. Identify the advocate. Yeah. Okay. So why don't we do that then, ladies and gentlemen? I think that's probably Tendy. Let's do this, right? Propose that and let's think about it for a week. And if it makes sense, then we'll add a fourth step to the guideline. Okay. So the fourth step is maintain the advocate. Obviously, yeah, because if we don't maintain the advocate, then it's we have to keep on looking for new advocates all the time, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's where I think it goes. All right. So that's pretty much it then. I know you have that other thing, Tendy, about the different advocate types. We briefly touched upon that. We're gonna have a more complete discussion about that next week. We can probably use the Miro next week to also expand and look at more advocates that we were able to bring in and classify them correctly. Okay, using your framework now. Thank you, Tendy, today for inspiring delight by adding these new innovations that help us, see the potential and possibility more. Okay, this was a really good session, everybody. I really enjoyed it. There was some fun stuff. I think we took and we discovered together. We crossed over the fear zone, right? Went into the learning zone, the growth zone. So that's good. Does anybody else have any feedback before we conclude today? Let's go over to Cindy.
No. I think I like the new framework because it's more sustainable.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay, very good. So we made a good innovation today. Let's go to Bila.
Yeah, I also like the fact that we try new things like making the merch and such. I think that would help our advocacy very much, and we try new things, and yeah, that's great.
Okay, fantastic. Excellent. And let's go to Vera.
Yeah, and since Kak Tendi already like come up with a lot of like the pyramid and then the identifications, I think in next time it will be more purposeful if you can like directly identify using the things that Katenji already bring in.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, definitely, definitely. So it will be integrated into the new framework for advocacy journey. Tenny, any thoughts from you before we conclude?
Okay, yeah, I think first thank you to you sir to introduce